So we are going to Sema this year with an F100 build. We are trying to be extremely unique with this build. It's going to be a full pre-preg carbon body, but everybody's doing carbon like crazy this year. And the guys at Brothers Composites, came up with a camo print pre-preg, which is pretty insane. I think we will be the only one there with that. Another thing that we are doing completely unique is building a custom one-off frame for this truck, all aluminum. And the whole theme of this truck is going to be lightweight. So everything that we're doing, full lightweight aluminum frame. We bought a complete C6 suspension. We're using aluminum cross members, their aluminum control arms. We're doing a bare brake setup on this thing. The other thing is, when we started taking this thing apart, we rolled the chassis back and the idea clicked. Motor in the back. So we got a complete turnkey pallet from Cleveland Performance, and this thing is outrageous. It is out of a 2018 Shelby GT350R Mustang. We have everything we need from it. Complete wire harness, computer, backup camera, monitor, AC system. It's all gonna go into this truck, and it's all gonna work extremely well together, make our life a little easier. And instead of doing the typical flat firewall that everyone does and then jamming everything behind the dashboard, putting the motor in the back is gonna give us room to move that firewall forward, use the Mustang firewall, or at least pieces of that Mustang firewall. We'll be able to use the pedals, the clutch setup. And it would be more, of course, effective for us to keep the 6-speed tranny that came with this thing, but it's gonna be way cooler with a sequential transaxle in the back from Hollinger. So we went ahead and ordered that specific to this build. I think it's gonna be an insane project, super lightweight. So instead of trying to make 1,000+ horsepower and all this craziness, we are gonna make a more performance-oriented truck. It's gonna be lightweight, hopefully hit the scale at 2,200 pounds, which basically would make our 600 horsepower over 1,000 in a regular build. So the car will handle better, the weight over the rear wheels. This thing should be incredible, and hopefully we can do a lot of real cool autocross with it. One of the things we're struggling around the shop with is the name of the truck. Now, is it really important? I don't know, but you know, everybody likes to name their projects, and being that this is mostly a Shelby GT350R package going in this truck, and you know, we are trying to make the ultimate resto mod F100. So a couple of the names that we came up with were either the FS350R or possibly F-Stang. But if you know somebody out there's got a cool name for this thing that really hits well, you know, we haven't made t-shirts of this truck yet. We haven't done any renderings, but if you let us know what you think, and when we do one, if we use that name, we'll send you a couple t-shirts. Why do we kill ourselves every year to get to Sema and try to stand out amongst thousands of incredible builders? You want to stand out, you want to be the best you could possibly be, and part of that is being unique, coming up with a project that not everybody else is doing, and another really important thing is being positioned in that show in a good spot with a good company. And we've been fortunate over the years. We've built, you know, we built a carbon fiber Charger, we've done a wide body Chevelle, we've done things, and we've been in Magnaflow, we've been with John at Hotchkiss Suspension, great guy, perfect spot. A majority of people walk through that spot every year. We've always gotten really good feedback from everybody at the show for our builds, but that's what makes us keep coming back. The fact that all the people's response to what we build, and hopefully they really enjoy what we do this year.
This year we went with a full aluminum chassis. The only parts of the aluminum chassis that wasn't built in-house is the cradle for the suspension. Cross member, we ended up using a C6 cross member and suspension. We made our own upper control arm mounts, which we jigged off of a C6 so that we could get nearly to perfect on the geometry. Middle spine portion here, tunnel, not just structural, but it also helps us hide a lot of the wiring, a lot of the tubing, a lot of the brake lines, all gonna run down the middle, because from there it's gonna be running to 350R Voodoo motor. It's gonna be sitting in the back here, which I'm really excited about, can't wait to hear. Connected to our Hollinger sequential transaxle. So we replaced the factory C6 springs. Because we are mounting the motor in the rear, we needed a different spring rate. So we went with aftermarket coilovers. It's about 450 pound spring rate front to back, because it's pretty much a 50-50 split. After we dial it in, we'll probably end up changing some of that. We're guessing that we're pretty much in the ballpark right now. These here are the cab mounts. We use the original mounting points. But what's nice about making your own chassis and deciding to mount the rear, the motor in the rear, is that we have no tranning tunnel. So it allows us to make a flat floor, give us a little bit more leg room. Another cool custom part that we got to put into this build is our own strut brace on steroids over here, welded in. Another cool part about not having a motor in the front is that we get to come up with our own little innovations and keep it nice and hidden away once the whole build is done.
So to utilize this insane high revving flat plane motor, Jim at Ultimate Headers is going to build us an 8-to-1 header, and it's going to be a badass sounding motor.